Introducing first the challenger. Weighing in at 169 pounds, he hails from New York's East Village, the Sexy Syco, Adrian Bliss.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Classic Championship Wrestling. I'm James Frazier on the call with you tonight. We've got a lot of amazing matches coming up. Fort Knox's champion Rebecca Payne will face the legend of the modern deathmatch Masada in a match that may not be for the weak of stomach. BJ Walker, Tony Mask, Ace Austin are all scheduled to compete. Adrian Bliss and Stephon Ramon are going to strip down to some ladies' undies for a very unique evening gown match. And of course, heavyweight champion Chris Banks and challenger Mr. Ping will go 30 minutes in an Iron Man match that should be for the ages. But first, the Valour Television Championship is going to be defended here in this open challenge, answered by Adrian Bliss, who still has to wrestle again later this evening. How tough is Adrian Bliss? Coming back from a near career-ending injury, suffered a stroke at some point during competition, Adrian Bliss has been cleared to wrestle, and amazingly, has chosen to continue.
This just isn't a regular title match. This is for the Valour Television title match. And for all you people that don't know, Valour TV is all over Facebook. It's all over social media. It's all over YouTube. So go and check it out, because tonight, Valour TV is going to have a new champion.
And his opponent, weighing in at 175 pounds, hailing from Battle Creek, Michigan, he is your Valour Television Champion, El Tigre, Tony Mask.
Open Gangnam Style.
All right, here we go. Good heavens, Tony Mask, in a cloud of smoke and excitement, emerges through the curtains. Toting, of course, the Valour Television Championship. And Tony's still bringing the Gangnam Style. And I have never gotten sick of this. I don't care about the speed of memes in our modern society. I am not over with Gangnam Style. There it is, Tony Mask dancing all around the ring. Tony always bemusing the audience here. There's something very unique about Tony Mask. When I first met him, I asked him if he was influenced by men like Negro Casas and other luchadors. He said, well, I'm a tiger.
Tony. You know, I explained before you came out how prestigious this title is. And, you know, it has honor and respect written all over it. So before we start this match, we're going to have a handshake. A handshake, brothers.
I see nothing wrong with that. One handshake offered from Bliss. Will Tony accept? Do the ways of the jungle permit a handshake? It's possible that Tony has been amongst humans long enough to have been domesticated, and all right, handshake. There you go. Right on. Bliss from behind with a cheap shot. The bell is rung and the action formally kicks off now as Adrian Bliss looking to take an early advantage. No doubt trying to save some energy, as later he must contend with Stephon Ramon in that evening gown match, which is going to bend your sensibilities, so to speak. Raking at the mask and eyes of Tony Mask is Bliss. Tony Mask has held the Valour Television Championship for almost 2 years now. Won it back in December of 2015, defeating Violator. And recently, this was June of 2016, just about a year ago to this day, defeated Adrian Bliss in an earlier title shot. So Adrian Bliss has a score to settle here, up and over Tony Mask. who pursues and grabs him. Oh, I think he got a face full of booty there. Adrian Bliss may have just marked his territory. Oh! And just face planted, courtesy of Tony Mask. Tony Irish whip off the ropes. Adrian reverses in midstream. Eats a Thez press for his business. Tony with those vicious claws and a senton splash. Tony leg hook there, looking for a pin. 2. Just 2. And Bliss is out on Tony with a rear chin lock. The prodigious strength of the Tiger Man, or perhaps Man Tiger. Is he a were-tiger? Possible. Most certainly a man of mystery. Adrian Bliss, equally mysterious. And certainly outlandish. Somewhere in the back, he was required to bring an evening gown and ladies' undergarments to contend. Oh, look at that. He's rowing the boat. Tony's going to row that boat all the way to shore. But Adrian's going to have to bust out that evening gown later on tonight. But first he's going to have to wipe out the sweat of this match, win, lose, or draw, if he's even fit to contend after this. Oh, and the straps are coming down. Both straps, the power magnified twice over. Adrian into the buckles. Puts up a boot though, and Tony runs right into it. Adrian, big lariat, knocks the champion down. Almost got him, but 2 there. And he just ripped off Tony's tail. It's like out of a children's rhyme. He caught a tiger by the tail. Good God, can we call the authorities? This may constitute some form of poaching. I'm sure the World Wildlife Fund, WWF, would be interested in these events. Oh, and Tony blocks his own tail being driven into his face and a right to the eyes with those tiger claws. Tony, how could you? Oh, no! And Bliss now being whipped with the tail. And a somewhat feminine scream, a peal emerging from the lips of Bliss. Bliss seeking some solace here on the outside of the ring. I'm not sure if there's much to be had among the audience, who mostly seem amused at his antics, shall we say. Tony's giving him a courtesy here and allowing him to re-enter the ring, but looks like he's going to come in the hard way. But no, Bliss drops Tony's throat over the top rope. Bliss now pursuing Tony. Both straps still down. It's as if an aura of glowing energy is coursing off the body of Adrian Bliss. Snap suplex. He's going to pull those straps back up. He's going to blind us. 2 count as Tony just got the shoulders up in time. Bliss now rocking Tony around with a rear chin lock into a... Looks like he's looking for a camel clutch. He's got one arm hooked. Trying to position the second arm. I think he got it. When he's riding the tiger like a Ronnie James Dio lyric. And Bliss, I think he's going to check his oil. Don't do that. No, no! Oh, he just got a finger right up his bum hole. That's got him real good and pissed off now. Good God, well, there's a shout out to Steve Irwin, I guess. Well, some very unique professional wrestling occurring here for the Valour Television Championship. And again, not the first time these men have faced off. Bliss, Irish whip is reversed, and now Tony looking for a clothesline and misses. Bliss rolls right through, and Tony's face just impacted the mat. Brilliant maneuver on the part of Bliss. Lateral press, but Tony grabs the ropes with his left hand. Tony just with it enough to stop that pin. as referee Mike Sheldon looks on. Bliss just beginning to break a sweat now. Again, he's got to conserve energy if he wants to try to fend off Stefan Ramon later in the evening. But maybe that's not in the plans for him. Maybe he's trying to win the television champion first and foremost and deal with the evening gowns later. Tony's struggling for a backslide here. I'm not sure if he's going to get it. But there's Stefan Ramon now. He just clocked the champion with his own title. I think he was aiming for Bliss. And Bliss has got an open road for a step-up enziguri. Tony looks to be out of it completely. And new champion. Bliss is the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Valour Television Champion, the Sexy Syco, Adrian Bliss.
Well, chalk up the inadvertent assist to Stefan Ramon, who had to be aiming for his former friend, Adrian Bliss, with that cheap shot. And it's one Sexy Syco now celebrating over a fallen tiger with the Valour TV Championship. Oh, no, Mike Sheldon does not want to see that. It is not part of the referee's duties to observe your twerking, sir. I don't think I want to see that. Well, it was a great match up until the end. And for better or worse, your television champion, Valour Professional Wrestling, is the Sexy Syco Adrian Bliss.